Okay, good afternoon everyone. I'm just doing a demonstration of a machine that we're going to be selling on eBay. This is Patricia. She's a Singer 22K, which has a removable sewing bed, and you can use it as a free arm sewing machine. This is the case. You can have a good look at that before I open it up. It's been cleaned and polished and looking really good. The locks have been WD-40'd and what have you. That's the interior. I don't know if you can actually see that, but I'll take the machine out. So, move that over. I'm going to take the foot out. It's to the right, remember. It's always a bit stiff, so just take it gently. These are made of Bakelite once again, very fragile, so do not drop. That's that. I'll show you the case. It's got the box of accessories here to the left with a metal side tray and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 original bobbins. The rest of the attachments will be in the advert that we'll place on eBay, which I have not done yet, but we'll do shortly. Also comes with a original Singer 222 instruction booklet, which is complete, and also the standard Singer motor user manual. Shows you how to maintain the engine, the motor on it. The motor, once again, is rated for Australia, which is, I always get this wrong, is it 230 to 250? The machine's been completely polished and serviced. There may be a little bit of oil that comes through the needle because we've just oiled it and serviced it while having got it up and running. It's been completely cleaned externally and internally as much as we can, and it's running really well, polished up really nicely. This is the Bakelite foot. It's a bit fingerprinty, sorry about that, but I will clean it. It's got new feet on the bottom. The capacitors that are in here are redundant and should be removed because they have a tendency to explode, so we've removed them out of here. They're not needed anymore. I think they were installed to prevent interference with analog radio or TV or both. Just going to undo the cord. I'll plug it in and we'll do a quick demonstration of it just running, and then we'll go and do a sewing demonstration, which I normally do. So I'm just going to plug it in. Just take the cables, wires off. Let's see if I can reach. It takes a little while, so. Okay, that's that unfurled. Just another tip too, this item here is also made of Bakelite. You should also handle this with great care. When inserting and removing the plug, always handle the plug and don't pull on these cables at all. So the best advice I can give you with regards to that. I'll plug it in. Great. Might bump the camera, but hopefully I won't. There we go. So we should have power. That's the light. I'll just show you the dust off it. Oh, always a problem. So to release this bed, you just undo this knob here. You don't need to take it right out. It should just slide out, which it does. And I'll just show you the bed itself, which is nice and clean. It's got a few scratches, but it's to be expected. It's in very good condition for its age though. It's actually really lovely, so I'm quite pleased the way that came up. It was a little bit dirty when we got her, so what I'll do is I'll put that back. Actually, I'll just do something else because I just realised that just need to polish that up. It's not good, is it? Yeah, that looks better. A bit overzealous with my polishing, I'm afraid. So I'll just show you the machine and the way it looks in the round, so to speak. It's a really nice decals on that. They're really lovely. And the motor's looking good as well. So what I'll do is I'll put the bead back on, because I like, well, actually I'll put it back on. Makes it easier. It's a little bit, should be fairly straightforward to put it back on. There we go, and it should just click. And just tighten that down so it doesn't fall out should you lift it off the ground. So we'll give it a run. I'll just use it. I'll just stop the music there so you can actually hear it. So let's go. That wasn't good. At least the feed dogs aren't working. That's the thing when you run, you should always have the foot up rather than down, but the feed dogs are not engaged. So if I had them engaged, it has a tendency to rub against the foot, which you don't want, and it'll mark it, and that's not attractive. So I'll tell you what, black shows everything. Okay, so let's thread her up and sew something. Pretty straightforward in terms of threading up. I usually have a keeper here on the spool for these spools that have the slightly wider hole, but I'm unfortunately not as prepared as I normally am today, but this should suffice. And I usually have a felt, which is not there either, so we'll sort that out later. That certainly will come with one, don't worry about that. Make sure your needle's in an upright position, and thread it through this armature here, which is right to left. Make sure you don't double up anywhere, and it goes through the back of this hook, and then again it goes through the hook above the needle clamp, and there should be, and there isn't on this one, a hook under the needle arm. There isn't one. That's interesting. Okay, maybe it doesn't need one. Usually they do, they have one, but there isn't one there. So threading the machine from the machine itself out towards the wall. That's the direction you're going in, so you're going from right to left. So I'm just using a threader here because it's somewhat easier for me, and probably for you as well. Now we're going to have a little bit of oil here, but and this is what you'd normally do if you'd oil up your machine. You'd do a little bit of a test run on a piece of fabric just to get rid of that excess oil, and no doubt we're going to get rid of that right now. So what we've got is the bobbin. Just it's nice and firm. Take the bobbin case out, and you can see that's nice and polished as we advised you. That it's been cleaned and polished by us. It was a little bit dirty, but it came out really well. It's actually nice and clean, so that's good to see. So having the opening facing towards you, make sure that your cotton is going in an anti-clockwise. The bobbin, when you pull the thread, is hanging over to the left. Pop it in the bobbin, like so. Make sure it's seated, and then swing it round until you reach the hook there, and then it goes underneath the clip. And it should, yes, that's good. Good tension on that. And you pop it in with the needle in an upright position. Make sure that this little arm is pointing away from you, and I'll just show you what it looks like, if that's going to help you. That's the little arm there, that points in that direction away from you. You don't need to hold on to it when you put it in, just make sure it's facing in the right direction. You'll hear it click. There, nice click. Right, put our bed down, holding the top thread, which is brown, the bottom is white. This is just done so you can actually see how well it sews, and lifting up the there we go, lifting up the bobbin cotton, which is white, and putting both threads between the toes of the straight foot. I'm using, once again, medium weight Belgian linen, which is kind of middle of the range of what you'd actually use between light and heavy fabric. I'm going to fold it over twice and engage the foot. And this is quite these are quite good, these 222s. Most of them have the little guides, as I've said before, and they're always quite useful. But for this demonstration, I'm just giving you a little bit of a sewing thing. So we'll do the longest stitch first, which is 6 per inch, and we'll rip through and just see what she can do. Oh, that's good. I don't know what my tension is. Oh, it's on 4. Okay. Good. Just try reverse and forward. So push it back down to forward. And as I've said before, make sure, if you're not sure, make sure your needle's just coming down again. Lift your foot up, pull your thread or work away from you, cut it, and then we'll try a smaller stitch. I'm just going to cut the excess off because we don't need that. That's always a problem when you're going to get it tangled in the machine. It's a good way to go, leave it on. So that is looking actually very good. So that's the white. So that's the bottom thread. There's no brown showing, so the tension's really good. And that's the brown showing on the top there. And that's the largest stitch that it actually does, which is 6 per inch. So we'll go to the other side of the fabric, roll it over twice, and we'll do the fine and just see how that goes. Once again, it only does straight and reverse. The other advantage of the 222 is that actually, and that's the other thing I forgot to tell you, I'm not even following my own instructions. Make sure when you do start that your needle's in a down position. We'll do, let's say, 20 stitches per inch and just see how that goes. May need to adjust the tension, but we'll just see how we go. Been completely cleaned the machine of dust and debris and any old grease, and re-greased and oiled where necessary. So it's been oiled and greased, cleaned, oiled and greased up here. Underneath it's been cleaned and re-oiled and greased. I usually only put synthetic grease on the gears, just a tiny bit. It's slightly better than oil on the gears, but on the other elements that are inside it, I use the Singer oil, and also here it's been cleaned and just oil's been put in there. If there are any metal surfaces that are exposed to the air, we put a little light grease on them just to